Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are answering your questions about Amtrak train journeys.
Right, so one of the big questions that we always get, because people want to always save a lot of money, is how do you find out about the buy one get one free Amtrak roomette sale?
Okay.
And the answer is that nobody knows when they're going to do that. They just kind of spring that on the world whenever they feel like doing it. But there is one way that you can be sure to know about it, and that is to go on Amtrak.com and sign up for the guest rewards program.
Okay.
And then they'll have your email in their system, and when they do a sale, they will send you an email. So there'll be that little box you check that says, you know, do you want to get offers or find out about sales from us when you're signing up for something? Just hit yes, and they will send you all their offers, which are really quite valuable to know what they're getting. And to go along with that, another question we get is, where do you actually get your tickets? And the main place you're going to do that is Amtrak.com. Again, just go right on there. You can book your tickets, and it will take care of all that for you.
Now, there is an app, and that's usually how we have our tickets, and we actually screenshot it in case there's some kind of, coverage issue, but you can get your tickets save your tickets right in the app, and you can have your guest rewards number in there as well. Now, can you use the app to book tickets?
Yes, you can. You can actually book right on the app, so it's really a very nice app. You can also check within the app if your train is late, if it's delayed, what the estimated arrival time is. They kind of update in the app, so if you're kind of stalled or if you're wondering when the train's going to get there, check the app. It's generally pretty up to date.
Good.
Another question we get is safety at the stations during a layover and food options at the stations. Tell us about the stations. What are you going to find out there?
Okay, well, the nice thing at the stations is that they have changed their policy, and right now only ticketed passengers are allowed into the stations. So you're not going to have a lot of extra just random people passing through or going to check it out, because some of the stations are kind of a destination in and of themselves. You won't have people just showing up at the stations. You do have to have a ticket in order to get into almost all of the stations at this point. So there's going to be less people, which is going to make it a lot safer feel, because there's not going to be a lot of people just running around having to watch your things as you're looking around. And then as far as food, a lot of the stations have kind of started to shut things down, but there are a few stations where you can go outside and get something to eat, like at King Street, right near there in Pioneer Square. Lots of great places to grab some food to eat, and you can bring it back to the station and eat it there. That's not a problem. But there's also the bigger stations like your LA or in Chicago or stations like that. There's plenty of food options, from fast food to sit down restaurants, all kinds of stuff. You can even get ice cream if you wanted that.
The bigger stations differ from the smaller ones in almost every way. There's very much food, and they're not going to allow just ticketed passengers in there, because they have so many things happening there. They have buses going, they have the metro system going, and they have way more things. Your smaller stations are going to be different. So find out what kind of station you're going to be at, and that'll let you know what the situation will be there. So another question we get is there Wi-Fi on the train? And the answer to that is sometimes yes, sometimes
sort of,
sometimes no. So some of the trains have Wi-Fi, some of them don't. And actually, if you're going on a cross-country train that goes out west, you probably will lose cell service for a part of that trip too. If you're going to be on the East Coast, you'll probably have service most of the time, because it's more covered by cell service. So depending on where you're going to be going will depend on how much service or cell phone coverage that you have. So
Yeah,
what about microwaves? We get asked about that. Is there a microwave?
We do, because a lot of people ask us about if they can bring their own food, and some people have asked us about like if they want to make noodles on the train, or if they want to warm up a baby bottle or something like that. So there isn't a microwave available for just the passengers to use. You can always ask either the cafe car attendant or the dining car attendant if they can warm something for you. I don't know, what they'll say. They may do it, they may not do it. So don't count on being able to use a microwave, because you may not have that opportunity.
Yeah. What about water?
You can get water, and that's actually a great point in, like, say if you wanted some hot water to make tea or the noodles, you can get warmed water from them, but you also have access, all the passengers on the train have access to free water on the train as well. So if you have a bottle that you refill, we always travel with refillable water bottles. You can refill them right there on the train. There's dispensers right near the stairs in most of the cars, and definitely there is also a dispenser at the top of the stairs as you're headed to the cafe.
Okay, next topic is outlets, charging electronics. Very important to some people. And I always have a bag full of electronics. Some people would say too many electronics with me, but it's an important thing to know where to go to charge electronics. So, contrary to what you might think, the roomettes are the worst place to charge your electronics. They have the least amount of plugs generally. Some of the roomettes we've been in, there's only one plug, and so you would need to bring a power outlet, a power strip, to plug into there, some type of converter or a power pack. Now, in coach, there's a little bit better situation. Each seat will generally have a plug, so you've got more space there to do, and you may even have some seats around you that are not used, so you could use those. And the best place we've found to charge stuff, though, is in the observation car, because right in front of the wall of windows, there are a bunch of plugs right on that wall, and if no one's using them, I've been down there and had 4 things plugged in at once, just to get everything charged up all at once. And
at the tables too, underneath, if you're in the lounge car, underneath the tables there are also outlets, so you can charge things there as at the tables. If you're sitting there working on your computer or whatever, you can have it plugged in underneath, which is nice.
So that's the best place to charge stuff. Now, another question we get is the difference in the roomettes between the Viewliner and the Superliner. And the Superliner is what most people will be on when they get a roomette, because that's most of the trains, and pretty much all of the West Coast trains or the cross-country trains are going to be Superliners. And the difference is those do not have a bathroom in them. They have a shared bathroom in the hallway. Now, in the Viewliner, those are found in trains that generally run on the East Coast, and the reason is they have to get into tighter spaces, so those cars are not as tall, and they only have one level to them, so they've got a little bit more room in them, and you will some of them you'll get a bathroom in your room, and it won't be a shared situation. So depending on if you're in a Viewliner or a Superliner, that can be important if you want to. Some people want to have a bathroom in their room. Some people do not want to have a bathroom in their room. So I don't know. Depending on what you want to do, check on to whether you're getting onto a Viewliner or a Superliner. If that's important to you, it can make a difference in your journey.
There's definitely some differences in the trains, and even the trains aren't all the same. The cars aren't all the same, so the roomettes will always differ. There's
a little variation.
Every single train on every single route.
We've noticed even on the Superliners, a couple of them it seemed like there was a little more headroom. A couple of them a little less. Some seemed a little older. Some seemed a little newer. Just depends on which one you get. So
that's the way it is.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video and it is helpful for you. If it is, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment if you have any other questions, and we will answer them on our next video.